The Hungarians have declared themselves free of the Austrians in October of 1918, and had set up the First Hungarian Republic, and it had ended hostilities with the Entente, and were forced to demobilize whatever was left of their army with the armistice of Villa Giusti, and were left militarily weakened in the region. The Hungarians were out of the war, but conflicts still found their way to Hungary. The Hungarians were blockaded by Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, and Romania, who all looked to continue to economically weaken the sick country and allow for more instability to rise within the nation. The Czechs would seize Slovakia from the Hungarians, and the Romanians would push deeper into Transylvania to unite the Romanian people, marking where they had thought the new borders should be, and basically provoking a Hungarian response. With these actions and economic blockades, who could blame Hungary? On the 21st of March 1919, a communist coup had overthrown the Hungarian Republic and created the new Hungarian Soviet Republic, and would attempt to bring glory back to Hungary, as its newly formed militias would strike at the Czechs and the Romanians, and would have a little nice campaign of victories against its enemies. However, the Soviet government would lose much of its credibility when it created the Soviet state of Slovakia, hoping to get Slovak nationalists and communists on their side. This caused a rift within the new Soviet state because it had become clear to the people and the army that the new Soviet state no longer looked to re-establish Hungarian power, but to spread communism across Central Europe. The Soviet army would soon collapse because of desertions and lack of support from the people, and the party would soon follow. On the 1st of August 1919, the Soviets fled the country, and on the 4th, the Romanians had reached Budapest, and another Hungarian republic soon followed into a weaker nation than before. The Treaty of Trianon was signed on the 4th of June 1920, and would absolutely destroy what was left of the Hungarian state. Hungary would have to give lands to all of its neighbors. The country would shrink by 70%, and its population would go from 20.9 million to only 7.6, leaving many Hungarians outside of Hungary who would now become minorities in these states. The Hungarian Navy was to be mothballed, and its army cap was now set at 34,000. The Hungarians were also forced to pay repayments to the Entente, but much like the Austrians, no bill was sent, because the Hungarian Republic would default and its economy would collapse under the debt. The treaty would officially end the Austro-Hungarian Empire on the Hungarian side, and force every signer to now recognize the new Hungarian Republic as a state and give it legitimacy. The Treaty of Trianon would humiliate and enrage the Hungarian people, and is even more humiliating than the Treaty of Versailles to many historians, and is still even talked about today in modern Hungarian politics.